What's up, guys? My name is Schrute, and this is a track review 2015 something moto something. So it's kind of like a GP-ish track. Pretty sure it is a GP track. I don't know. Feels like one. I know that for sure. So yeah, this is probably one of the most GP filling tracks I've ever rode on. Just super wide and super, you just get going so fast, you know, super long straightaways and stuff, and just unique type elevation and stuff like that. So really cool track. At first you might think it's more like a stock track, but once you actually get in there and ride on it a little bit, you realize it's actually just a really fun track overall. So a couple of cool ruts here and there, but just super wide track. I mean, I just can't believe how wide the corners and stuff are. So it's pretty crazy. The ground decal looks pretty realistic, which is always good, and the jumps are a lot of fun too. So a lot of these jumps, they seem really big, but they're actually not all that big. There is a couple that are a little on the bigger side, but most of them are just look big, you know, they're not actually that big. So but yeah, pretty fun. It's just like right through here, you got the nice elevation change going, and a couple little ruts in the corners and stuff. So this jump right here, be careful, because it's saying jump me, but you don't need to at all. You need to slow down a lot for it. It's more like a single pretty much, and then you got to slow down a lot for it. So then a tabletop right there. Nice roughness in the corners for sure though. Big tabletop right here. So much fun hitting it for sure. Somehow I land in a freaking wheelie off that like 200-foot tabletop. Landed in a wheelie off that thing. I couldn't do that again if you paid me $1 million. Couldn't do it again, man. I don't know how I did it, but anyways, pretty fun jump right here for sure. It's one of those that just kind of angles you over to the left. It's actually pretty big, so you got to make sure you hit it hard enough. So fun where you kind of ride up the wall right here. Nice corner. And yeah, looks pretty good overall too. Just straight up looks of the whole track is good. So that's always good for sure. But kind of off the track, you can see how it's kind of raised here and there, and it just looks natural off the track. So that's cool. And obviously this skybox here is a really cool skybox, and I think it does this track some justice for sure. It definitely makes it look really cool. So nice downhill jump right there. Right here, you want to be really careful, because this is probably the roughest part of the whole track, but it gives you such a run up to it, so you think you can just hold the gas down like you can everywhere else, but it's actually really rough right there. So just be careful of that. And I thought that tabletop right there was really big, and happened to over jump it by like 50 foot, but of course there was a little bit of a landing I could hit there off to the side, so made it work out. So anyways, but yeah, you guys can see how wide the track is. I mean, you could probably fit like 20 bikes wide right here. I mean, it's just crazy. But when you land off this jump, there's a lot of roughness right here. You should be a little bit careful on that. And yeah, all the off track kind of got the grass and also the bushes going on too, so that looks good. So just a fun track, nothing crazy on it or anything, just definitely like a GP, no doubt. But yeah, just a lot of fun, and some of these jumps you really do have to hit somewhat hard, so that's always fun for sure. And yeah, just pretty fun track overall, and crashing on the roughness right there. But let me play this back in third person. So as you can see, I mean, just the scenery is pretty cool overall, and there's not like a whole lot to it. It's a pretty simple track, you know, but it's just the track itself is a lot of fun. But like I said, it's going to feel a lot like a stock track as soon as you get on it, but it's really more of just a high-speed track, more so than a stock track, you know. But you guys can see it right here. I mean, just look how cool that looks overall. So kind of got the sunset vibe going on, which is always I'm always a big fan of the sunset filling tracks. So but yeah, this jump right here, if you just hit that thing wide open, you're gonna way over jump this, so you really do have to check out for that. So just be careful on that jump. But some nice rollers right here, and then a couple little rut options here and there. None of these ruts are too big, but you can definitely catch the inside ruts for sure, so that's always fun. But I gotta see what the heck I did over here on that big tabletop, landing in a wheelie. I don't know how on earth I did that, but you hit this. That's a pretty good jump. I mean, you gotta hit it, but be careful, because a lot of these jumps, you really got to know the distances before you can do like a full lap, or you'll just be over jumping or casing, or they're all different shapes and sizes, so you kind of got to know how to hit them. But see, this is that jump where it sets you up thinking it's like a huge jump, but it turns out to be a tiny little tabletop. It's really more of just a single, and then the jump after this seems really small, but you're actually supposed to hit it wide open. to jump all the way over, and then you got somewhat of just a basic tabletop here. So like I'm saying, just a lot of confusing jumps like that where you just got to know what you're hitting, you know what I mean? So let me get in this view to actually see what the heck happened. Maybe I can see it better in this view. So okay, so let me actually find the landing of this thing. That's a humongous jump, I know that for sure. Okay, so I should be jumping. Okay, here we go, boys. As you can see, humongous jump. What the heck was that? Oh my gosh. Call me the magic man. Like, what on earth? Look at how freaking high I get off that. How do you land in a wheelie off of that? Somebody tell me, please. Like, how on earth? Look at this thing. Look at how big that jump is. Oh my gosh. Land in a wheelie. Oh, dude. Best play of the year. Best play of the decade. Like, oh my goodness. Top 10 plays of the decade should be on that. That is just crazy. I got to play that back. That is insane. Let me look at it through this view as well. Okay, so let me get it back here. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Humongous jump, like at least 200 foot. Look at this. Just floating in the air for days. Landed in a wheelie. Let's go. Travis Pastrana. I can't believe it. I don't know how. I didn't think that was even possible to land in a wheelie off something that big. I just, like I'm saying, that was 100% luck right there. 100% luck. There was no skill involved in that at all. But I'm just being honest. That was all luck, accidental. That somehow that happened, but it looked pretty freaking cool. So, anyways, so I'm gonna give this track a solid. I'm gonna give it a 9 overall, just because it is an interesting, different kind of feel. Just it being so fast and kind of smooth and seems a little bit more of a man-made track. There is some natural sections, but definitely like a GP track for sure. Just with the long straightaways and the kind of more flatness to it. So give it a 9 overall, and I'm gonna say the difficulty. I'm gonna say it's I'm gonna say the difficulty is probably. I'm just going to say it's hard just because these jumps are a bit tricky if you don't know what the heck you're doing. Right there, look, overjumped that by like, 40 foot, 50 foot, and just happens to be a landing over here. We'll just use that. A little grass bank off to the side. We'll just use that as a landing. But anyways, so definitely hard difficulty for sure. So appreciate all you guys watching these videos, and I'll keep on making them. Thanks, guys.